As they say in PIHL hockey, let's do that PIHL hockey. Hello, good evening, and welcome. I'm Matt Popchock coming at you from inside Clearview Arena at the RMU Island Sports Center in Neville Township, Pennsylvania for PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL Network, part of 10-Band TV, and it's all presented by the Mount Washington Shop and Save. Week 4 of the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League season gets underway here on the island with something of an historic event, at least from a 10-Band TV perspective. For the first time in PIHL Hockey Night Live history, we bring you a doubleheader featuring 4 teams, all of whom are looking for their first win of the regular season all at once. Tonight in game number 1, we take you to PIHL Class 2A as the Franklin Regional Panthers visit the North Hills Indians. Franklin Regional, one of the more proud programs in PIHL history and a longtime member of PIHL Class 2A, coached by John Weinbrenner. North Hills, coached by Jeremy Swegman, celebrating the gold standard, a half-century of varsity hockey being commemorated this year as the North Hills Indians celebrate their 50th year as an organized varsity program. The Indians under Swegman coming off their best regular season in program history a year ago, winners of the Class 1A Gold Division last season, finishing with the best overall regular season point total in the PIHL 1A classification before an ill-fated postseason contest against eventual Penguins Cup champion Kiski area. The Indians, one of 3 teams moving up to Class 2A this year, and the one that's finding the adjustment hard to come by with a number of key graduation losses, including Alec Fiegel and Tony Kiger. One key returnee back for Jeremy Swegman's Indians, though, Andrew Nazak, number 86 in white and red, warming up off to our right. Nazak, a senior forward this season, a very talented playmaker for the Indians, and certainly the proof in the pudding a season ago. 6 goals, 17 assists, 23 points last year. He's already got a couple assists to his credit through the team's first 3 regular season games, all of which were losses. A season opener against Fox Chapel, the fellow 2A newcomer, and a couple of losses to Bishop McCourt and Greater Latrobe that followed. Nazak, one of 5 in the classification with multiple power play assists through the first 3 weeks of PIHL regular season play. And on the blue line for North Hills, number 3, Joey Spivak, the senior, was an all-star last year and one who was capable of contributing offensively. He had 10 points as a junior. He's already got a goal to his credit in his first 3 games as a North Hills senior. And for the Franklin Regional Panthers, well, they're dealing with a couple of key graduation losses of their own. Matt Neisner and Luke Laverick, both of whom were PIHL All-Stars a year ago. But they have a very talented returning defenseman in Max Rakowski, who's able to contribute offense from the blue line. He's the Chris Letang of that group, if you will. 3 goals already in 2 games for Rakowski, including 1 on the power play. That leads Franklin Regional. Franklin Regional's top returning forward, Nick Mattis, number 97 in dark purple and gold, warming up off to our left. Mattis with 13 goals last year and 28 points in all during the regular campaign as only a sophomore. So certainly one to watch for as the Panthers delve further into regular season play. The Panthers battled Greater Latrobe a little bit harder than North Hills did in their season opener at Palmer Imaging Arena, getting it to a shootout before falling in a shootout by a final score of 4-3. Then Thomas Jefferson gave it to Franklin Regional 6-1 in the Panthers' most recent PIHL affair. So Franklin Regional coming in with 0 wins, 1 pure loss, if you will, and 1 shootout loss. The Indians looking for their first points of any kind, preferably in the form of a victory in 2023-2024. In just a couple of moments, game 1 of our PIHL Hockey Night Live doubleheader, which can best be summarized by 3 simple words. Something's got to give. One of these 2 teams gonna skate out of here tonight winners for the first time this regular season. Who will it be, the Panthers or the Indians? We're moments away from finding out here on PIHL Network as PIHL Hockey Night Live is just about to get underway. The Indians in their pregame confab around the net off to our right, wearing their home whites with a red trim. Franklin Regional, as I said, in those dark purple road uniforms with the gold shoulder epaulets and the gold trim. Jeremy Swegman in his second season as varsity head coach with North Hills, former head coach at Bishop Canevin High School. And bringing with him Randy Unger, a former Bishop Canevin star player who was the hero of their 2011 state championship team, scoring a big goal in the Penguins Cup semifinals against Greater Latrobe in 2011.
Tonight, the PIHL presents a varsity double-A matchup between the visiting Franklin Regional Panthers and your North Hills Indians. This time, we ask you to please rise with your hats and direct your attention to the flags beside the scoreboard for the playing of our national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
Thank you, Austin McLean, and thank you, pre-recorded Jeff Jimerson as well. Both these teams trying to find some wins, and in order to find some wins, they both need to find some goals. Just 8 goals combined through 5 total games played by these two Class 2A clubs. Each team has scored 4 goals apiece in the young regular season. In goal for North Hills, Parker Tellerico, the sophomore. In goal for Franklin Regional, the other number 31, fellow sophomore Grant Novotny. Tellerico, the backup to senior AJ Urbanik of North Hills, as Jonathan Trotsky takes the opening faceoff against Max Williams, and Williams wins it for the Panthers, who move the puck from left to right on your TV, computer, or mobile device to begin tonight's contest. Near side, it's played to Brian Compton, the sophomore, defensively, up to center red for Luke Anderchak. Anderchak gets it deep into the Indian zone, played on the backhand by senior Joey Spivak. Spivak, the North Hills captain, pokes this puck free. Robbie Joyce, fellow blue liner, and sophomore giving chase for North Hills, but Franklin Regional continues to force the issue in behind the North Hills net. Out in front it comes, to the point for Compton. Compton shoots! And get him an orange and a grape and none of that stinking root beer. Brian Compton, the sophomore from center point, scores for Franklin Regional just 36 seconds in. And the Panthers are off to a hot start here after the long bus ride from Murraysville. More offense from defense by John Weinbrenner's Panthers. We gave you the theme warning in pregame, and the theme has recurred here on the island. A 60-foot shot that just snuck right underneath the legs of the sophomore Tellerico, and Franklin Regional off and running. North Hills three men strong through center, as it's sent up ahead by Blake Kunkel toward goal, and that went wide of Novotny. Panthers have it defensively and try to break it out. That pass too heavy off the stick of Tyler Spears. Fellow senior defenseman Jackson Faulkner. Fellow defenseman, I should say, Jackson Faulkner, the senior, picking up the only helper on that Compton goal as Max Rakowski pinches to get this puck deep. Rakowski like an extra forward out there for the Panthers at the edge of the right circle as this puck is played far side and off the leg pad of Tallarico, who makes his first save of the night. Rakowski, the Franklin Regional captain, deliberately playing this puck in his own end as he is monitored by Grayson Lang, the junior. Rakowski slowly breaks it out through neutral ice. Rakowski, doing it all himself, got tangled up momentarily with Brennan Yohe, the newcomer. Brennan Yohe and Carter Yohe, family members and first-year players on John Weinbrenner's varsity club, as this is played behind the net and a hard hit there on Igor Kaklin by one of the Indians. From the right point, Robbie Joyce keeps the play alive for North Hills. That pass intended for Nick Piccola, but it comes up instead to Brennan Yohe. Yohe over the attacking line, drop pass for Derek German. German toward goal, save made, rebound. That caught a piece of the glove of Tallarico. That was a good save from close range. This puck deflecting off the stick of Liam Copeland, the junior, and in behind the North Hills goal. Toby Kiger, younger kin to Tony Kiger, one of the Indians' top scorers from last season, plays this puck defensively for the Indians as Tallarico is called into action once and twice, making that save from distance and swallowing that puck for a defensive zone faceoff. John Weinbrenner, that Franklin Regional head coach, former Pennsylvania Cup champion with a Greater Latrobe team in 2013. That was one of the great PIHL clubs in recent memory. Took over Franklin Regional's varsity club in 2019. Chris Mushgar, who leads the Indians through 3 games with 2 goals, both on the power play, played that around the boards. Both these teams getting lots of offense from defense in the first month of regular season play as the net behind Tallarico has become dislodged. About 3 minutes into the first period, and we've had offense from defense here tonight. Brian Compton with a goal just over half a minute in for Franklin Regional, his first of the regular season, as the Panthers drew first blood. Indians control the faceoff. Nazak gloves it down near side. Nazak bumped up high by Luke Anderchak. Nazak playing this puck to his defenseman as it's fanned on by Steven Slade and put off the body of Parker Tallarico, who's hugging that near post. Panthers pressing once again off the giveaway. North Hills recovers, far corner as Trotsky, the sophomore, tries to get it back to center, and he'll take charge himself, 1-on-2. Gets it inside the Franklin Regional zone, retreating behind his own net is Copeland. Copeland reverses around Nazak as the Panthers try to play it methodically up the boards. Nazak with a steal at the right point. Nazak flips it off a Franklin Regional body. That never made it to the net, and giving pursuit for Franklin Regional is Jackson Faulkner, who set up that Compton goal not long ago. Dylan Koba unable to hang on for North Hills as it comes up to Anderchak. Franklin Regional 3-on-2 over the blue line. Drop pass, save made Tallarico. The rebound put just wide. Trotsky got in the way of that, follow up by Faulkner. And a penalty coming up in the near corner, and it's going to go against the Indians. Novotny coming off as the Panthers still possess this puck. Rakowski, the Franklin Regional captain, right point for Compton. Delayed penalty call coming up against North Hills as it's played by Nolan Savinda and finally touched by a North Hills stick with 12:34 remaining in the first period. Franklin Regional about to get the game's first power play and a chance to add to that 1-0 lead here at the Island Sports Center. Franklin Regional 10% even on the power play coming in, 7th of the 11 teams in PIHL Class 2A. North Hills last on the PK at 20% even. Last year in single A, North Hills #1 across the board in special teams. Ultimately, they had the #1 power play and the #1 PK during regular season play, and that was a big part of their historic success in 22-23. Brendan Yohe from above the right circle for Rakowski. Rakowski waits, watches, shoots, scores! A PPG for FR makes it 2-0 to the visitors. 12:20 remaining first period. And Rakowski is on the board for a team-leading 4th time this season and a team-leading 2nd time on the man advantage. Tallarico has had to make some good saves in this first period to keep the Indians in this thing, but 2 shots from center point eluding him. And Franklin Regional is in command. Savinda over the blue line. Savinda from the edge of the right circle. In on Tallarico, who makes a save, and it's cleared out of the crease and put off a North Hill stick, I think. Oh man, Tyler Spears had an open at the shootout, and the Panthers have scored again. A 50-foot snapshot. And it comes off the stick of Savinda. And Franklin Regional, with 12 to go in the first, is in command 3-0. And that'll be all for Parker Tallarico. So we will see A.J. Urbanek, the senior, who was back up to a PIHL All-Star, Cole Wanner, last season. Urbanek to start this season 0-2, 11 goals against on 55 shots faced. North Hills, number 3 in team defense in single A last season, 43 goals allowed as a team. They had allowed about a third of that just coming into tonight, so the growing pains evident in this first month of play as the Indians try to overcome all that roster attrition and find the right chemistry and combination, adapting to the higher classification. And Jeremy Swegman has used his timeout. And if you are Swegman, I think the best thing you can say is, look at the clock, boys. 11:59 remaining, period 1. There is still an eternity left in this game. What's that Mike Tomlinism? If you want him to score, if they're going to score, you want him to score quickly. Well, Franklin Regional has done just that with 3 goals in the game's first 5 minutes. Still a long way to go in this one, but it's been all Panthers to start. Indians, after the timeout, play this puck behind their own goal line as Steven Slate is dispossessed. That's played off Urbanek's stick as one of the Panthers lost an edge in the far corner. North Hill's breaking it out for Toby Kiger. Kiger up ahead for Mushkar. Mushkar in the corner trying to go back to Kiger. Mushkar double teamed by a couple of Franklin Regional back checkers. Mushkar behind the net playing this puck on one hand. Mushkar under some heavy duress as it comes out in the crease, and Novotny will take no chances as he pounces on that loose puck to force the faceoff. Both teams making a line change before the puck drops to the left of Grant Novotny, who picked up a loss in regulation in his only game, a 6-1 defeat against Thomas Jefferson. Finished that game with 28 saves on 34 shots faced. Indians win the faceoff. Joyce from the right point. Up to Dylan Kobaugh. Kobaugh cross-checked as play continues. Novotny makes a save on Joyce from distance as the Panthers get to the rebound first. Nazak playing it deep for North Hills from the half wall for Trotsky. Trotsky trying to duck around the attempted check from Mark Gray, the junior. And a hard hit by Derek German on one of the Indians. And that was Kobaugh, I think, who got the worst of that one, as Joey Spivak has this puck for North Hills. Spivak behind the net, out in front underneath the stick of Trotsky. I think Novotny with his goaltender stick deflected that pass just wide of Trotsky, who was bracing himself to fire a one-timer. Franklin Regional resetting in its own end. Brendan Yohe, lead pass for German. German behind the defense. German toward goal, blocker save made by Urbanek. Yohe has the rebound, but not for long. Spivak playing it off the boards. And up the center it comes to Amir Cooper. Cooper trying to get it up to Nazak, the alternate captain, but Nazak was too well marked. Oh, good steal there by Mushkar. Mushkar over the blue line, but a poke check and a clever one at that by Gray. Lead pass to Brendan Yohe. Yohe trying to split the defense. Nothing doing. Spivak stood him up, but a giveaway to Yohe right at the blue line. Yohe trying to go up ahead to Anderchak. Anderchak, the alternate captain, now in pursuit. Bumping Spivak off that puck. Blake Kunkel retreating for North Hills as the puck comes to the corner. 10 minutes remaining in the first period. that has been dominated by Franklin Regional. Panthers lead 3-0. Rakowski behind the net for Max Williams. Williams under pressure to center. And a lead pass to Anderchak. Anderchak behind Spivak. Anderchak to the goal. Save made, penalty coming up on the Indians. Tripping is the indication. So Franklin Regional, which is already 1 for 1 on the power play, will go to the man advantage for a second time as the North Hills captain, Joey Spivak, will feel shame for 2 minutes and then get free.
North Hills penalty number 3, Joey Spivak, 2 minutes interference. Time of penalty 9:43. Spivak for North Hills, 2 for tripping, and 9:43.
Clean face-off win by the Panthers. Rakowski, center point. Shot just wide. And when we have an opportunity, we want to make a correction on the third Franklin Regional goal, which we called incorrectly, as Jonathan Troski comes back shorthanded. German for Williams on the Franklin Regional power play. Williams, left circle, around the defense. Williams from a bad angle in behind the net. Max Williams, the junior, out in front as he hesitated before he made that pass, and a good poke check there and a clear by Troski. Carter Yohe, the Franklin Regional freshman, credited with his first varsity goal. The freshman defenseman firing that puck from above the left circle, 5:01 into period 1. So Yohe, we want to correct ourselves from earlier, gets that third Franklin Regional goal set up by Spears and Ryan Kraus. Midway through this second Franklin Regional power play and nearing the midpoint of period 1 as Urbanik might have got a piece of that puck as it deflected wide. 14 of the game's first 16 shots on goal belong to Franklin Regional. Just a dominant start here on the road. Rakowski, center point. Rakowski, right wing circle to Copeland. Copeland on goal. Save made. The rebound put wide. Good play around the boards by Mushkar, using Sir Isaac Newton to his advantage. Rakowski with speed over the blue line. Rakowski lost it off his stick at the last moment to Grayson Lang. Lang is able to get it back to center red. Nazak was trying to get himself an opportunity shorthanded, but controlling this puck and putting it off the mask of A.J. Urbanik is Jackson Faulkner. 10 to go in the power play. Cross ice pass broken up. A good read there by Austin Beers, the sophomore, falling to his stomach to make that play and get in the lane. Indians back to even strength with 7:40 to go in the period. Snapshot is blocked. And the man ahead of the play is Spivak. Spivak takes the pass. Spivak to the goal, makes his move. Save made! Novotny! Spivak puts it off the side of the net as he's unable to put the rebound cleanly on goal. A huge save there by Grant Novotny to preserve the 3-goal lead for Franklin Regional. Just a perfect home run pass, but the Indians unable to capitalize on the chance. North Hills, if it's any small consolation though, about to go to their first power play of the evening. Merrick and Gorham, the USA Hockey crew, on hand for tonight's first game. And it's against the Franklin Regional captain. So both team captains penalized successively.
55, Max Rakowski, 2 minutes for roughing and 17.
Roughing the indication against the Franklin Regional senior and erstwhile PIHL All-Star. Indians 22.2 on the young season on the power play. Right smack in the middle of PIHL Class 2A in that category. North Hills 21 power play goals as a team last season, the second most out of 23 teams in Class 1A at the time. Troski taking the face-off offensively for the Indians. It goes to the corner. Franklin Regional is going to win this one. Cacklin in a penalty-killing role, unable to clear. Cacklin going to try a second time, and the second time is the charm. This puck goes the length of the ice. Urbanik playing it casually to Spivak. Spivak surveying the play with 1:40 to go in the North Hills power play, under 7 to go in the opening frame. Kunkel has his stick tied up by Casella. Casella from the blue line. And a penalty killing effort here with Mark Gray, who takes more time off that penalty clock. 1:15 to go in the North Hills man advantage. Lead pass by Mushgar, too heavy for Spivak. Panthers should be able to get this minimally through center. Nazak from his own blue line. Nazak over the attacking line, leading the power play for North Hills. Nazak on one hand, trying to do it all here to get the Indians a spark with time ticking away in period one. Pass to Nazak at center point. To Spivak down low. Spivak trying to go back out in front. Now we'll just shoot it off the blocker of Novotny at the near post. Mushgar gets it to the corner. Trotsky in after it for North Hills as it comes off the glass and just beyond the stick of Mushgar. Nazak in pursuit for the Indians. Gets it up to Spivak. That was almost given away to Anderchak. A bit of a dangerous pass there by North Hills with half a minute to go in the power play. Trotsky on goal. Oh, that shot from distance fired toward goal by Kunkel was denied by Novotny. Panthers clear it. Final 20 of the North Hills power play. Anderchak shorthanded for Franklin Regional. And Anderchak knocked off that puck, and that'll just about do it for the North Hills power play. Franklin Regional, which had struggled on the PK, just 66.7%, 9th out of 11 in Class 2A, is about to get a successful kill. Rutkowski is back on. Rutkowski behind his own net as the Panthers recover. Anderchak trying to get it outside the zone. North Hills still trying to force the issue here. Now, a late period goal could give the Indians some life after a very rocky start to this home contest. But Franklin Regional has it and brings it up near side for Anderchak. Icing on the Panthers, 4:44 to go first period. 3 goals in the first 5 minutes of first period play by defensemen Brian Compton and Max Rutkowski, with Rutkowski's goal coming on the man advantage. And Carter Yohe scoring his first varsity goal for Franklin Regional to trigger a North Hills timeout. Indians have stabilized a bit since that timeout, but still trail by 3. Joyce underneath the stick of Brady Kunzelman as this lead pass is broken up by one of the Indians. Good read there by Mushgar, but Tyler Spears has it for Franklin Regional. Spears behind the net. Spears looking for an avenue. Goes center point to Yohe. Yohe off the glove of Urbanik, who doesn't know where that puck is. It's behind the net. Mushgar off the boards. Gave it right away to Carter Yohe. Carter Yohe and Brennan Yohe. Expected to see a lot of minutes for John Weinbrenner this year as Urbanik makes a blocker save on Carter Yohe from 60 feet. Final 4 minutes of first period play. Good cycle here by the Panthers. Not taking their foot off the proverbial gas as Faulkner is unable to settle this puck down, but he gets it right back as North Hills misplays it, trying to get it back to center. Faulkner in deep, centering pass, side of the net, put off the side of the post. A good effort there by Savinda. Nothing coming easily for the Indians here in period 1. Out in front it comes to Spears. Spears, fan on the attempted shot. Chad Rankin, the junior, got a stick in the lane as the Panthers turn around and get this puck deep. Savinda wants to come off for a line change, I think, as Weinbrenner sends some fresh players on. North Hills also changing behind the play as Kobaugh is unable to clear his own zone. This puck taken away by Cacklin. Centered for Faulkner. Indians sail it through center. This will go wide to Novotny's left and long enough for icing. Face off to the right of A.J. Urbanik, won cleanly by the Indians. Trotsky back for Spivak. And a chance here for the Panthers down low. Blockers, they made rebound, score! That was a Sidney Crosby goal by Derek German, the senior. Nuzzles that nylon for the first time in 23-24, and it's 4-0 Franklin Regional, 2:55 remaining first period. German kept his eyes on it all the way and just swatted it out of midair with Urbanik out of position. Grayson Lang gets this puck into the Franklin Regional Zone. German back on it again for Franklin. Left side for Ryan Kraus. Kraus, the sophomore, making his varsity debut tonight for Weinbrenner's team. Brennan Yohe is being announced as the goal scorer, but that was Derek German's goal. Yohe had the initial shot right on the doorstep, and it was German who swatted the puck out of midair. And I believe German will get credit for that fourth Franklin Regional goal when all is said and done, as the Indians play this puck deep in their own end with just over 2 minutes remaining in first period play. Spivak gains the red line, and Murphy dumps this puck into the corner. Cacklin plays it behind his own net and up to center red, where it's cut off at the North Hills bench by, Steven Slate. And the freshman defenseman has this puck go under his stick. Slate retreating, ditto Joey Spivak, as Spivak is going to get there first for North Hills under some pressure from Robbie Cabrera. Correction, that's Max Williams, 47, not 17 for Franklin Regional on the forecheck. And Williams is in the corner with his puck in the final 90 seconds of first period action. Williams squeezing around Steven Slate. Williams reversing the play now behind the goal line. Out in front, one-timer on Urbanik's doorstep is cleared out of there by the North Hills defense. From the boards, it's put wide to the corner. Faulkner calmly collects the rebound. Faulkner for Compton. Compton trying to center for Williams. That pass broken up, and the Indians get it back into the Panthers' territory. Rakowski all alone at the blue line. Rakowski, right wing circle, hits the brakes. Shoots just wide of the near post. He had his target picked, he just couldn't hit it. Could the Franklin Regional captain. And a chance possibly for North Hills if Rennebeck can catch up to this puck, but he cannot. Anderchak over the blue line for Franklin Regional, dropping for Faulkner. Faulkner poke checked by Nick Piccola. Piccola gets it back to center for the Indians. Compton around the boards. Final 25 of the first period. Faulkner down low, poke check from behind by Kiger. This puck bounded off the boards, but right to Rakowski, Rakowski in the off wing. Rakowski dropping for Copeland. Liam Copeland, cross ice for Faulkner. Faulkner for Copeland, 8 seconds left. Copeland shooting, blocker save, rebound. Panthers have it, turnaround shot, kick save, rebound put just wide. The Indians under siege as this first period comes to a merciful conclusion for the hosts. 3 goals in the first 5 minutes for the Franklin Regional Panthers. And another 14:05 into the first period by Derek German, set up by Brennan Yohe. Through 1, it's Franklin Regional Panthers 4, North Hills Indians nothing. I'm Matt Popchock, and you're watching PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL Network, part of 10 Band TV, presented by the Mount Washington Shop and Save. And if you're in the Mount Washington area, why don't you stop in the Mount Washington Shop and Save and say hi to Jim and Michelle Kazarowski, who manage the store. Thank you, Mount Washington Shop and Save, for continuing your sponsorship of PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL Network, part of 10 Band TV. Matt Popchock back here at the Clearview Arena inside the RMU Island Sports Center, home of the Robert Morris Colonials, men's and women's hockey teams, back again. First period shots on goal, Franklin Regional 20, North Hills 6. That first period, all Panthers who lead 4-0 as we are back to second period action here on Neville Island. Both Yohis on the score sheet for Franklin Regional. Carter with his first varsity goal. And Brendan with his first varsity point, assisting a goal that we believe will eventually be credited to Derek German. It is still being credited to Brendan Yohe, which means the only thing I can surmise is that they think German whiffed when he was trying to bat that puck out of midair at the side of the net. But from our vantage point, to me anyway, it looked clear as day that German got a piece of that puck as he was swatting it. So I think eventually we're going to see a scoring change there as this puck is deflected into the stomach of A.J. Urbanek by Tyler Spears, who has an assist of his own on that aforementioned Carter Yohe tally. Wholesale changes for both teams early in the second period, first 46 seconds of the middle frame. A.J. Urbanek coming on in relief of the sophomore Parker Tallarico. Tallarico, his second start of regular season play, turning out to be something of a forgettable one, as the Indians get this puck in behind the Panthers' cage. J.J. Tenswan helping the Panthers play it back into North Hills territory. Tenswan retreating defensively, back to fellow blue liner Carter Yohe. Up to Casella. Casella over the attacking line for Franklin Regional, and one of the Indians losing his stick. That was Chad Rankin. As the Panthers played out in front, wrist shot, point blank save made, rebound, save again, and the rebound goes to the blue paint. Oh, how did Brendan Yohe miss from that close? My goodness. Indians a bit fortunate there. More than a bit fortunate, really. Near side. It's sent up to center by Barris. Tenswan gains the red line, dumping it in for Franklin Regional. For Brendan Yohe. Yohe is shouldered up high gently by Mushkar. Amir Cooper playing it at the half wall for North Hills. Cooper going to try and exhaust his area one more time and will ice this puck in the process 2 minutes into period 2. Franklin Regional 4, North Hills nothing. Franklin Regional with 4 goals in its first 2 games put together. North Hills still the only Class 2A team without a first period goal scored here in the first month of PIHL regular season play. Gray behind his own net for Piccola. Piccola trying to keep the cycle going, but unable to. Too much pressure from Jackson Faulkner, who's in after his own dump in for Franklin Regional. Faulkner's pass takes a funny bounce right in the blue paint, and Urbanek will leave nothing to chance. Both teams looking for win number 1 of the varsity campaign, and later tonight in our nightcap, we've got Wilmington visiting PIHL returnee Sewickley Academy, as both of those teams are trying to taste victory for the first time in 23-24. A PIHL Hockey Night Live first, a doubleheader featuring 4 teams, each looking for their first regular season victory. Max Williams from behind his own net with purpose coming up through center. Williams over the blue line. Williams tries to dangle around the last defenseman for North Hills, but a good job there by Barris, the sophomore, to stay right with him. Faulkner in the far corner for Franklin Regional. Turning around at the edge of the right wing circle for Williams. Williams to Anderchak, who's pinned up against the corner boards. And Mark Gray playing this puck out in front for Franklin Regional. Blind backhander by Anderchak. And Urbanek had to make a save from his knees, and he had to be ready for that one as the Panthers get this puck deep one more time. Franklin Regional changing on the fly as Spivak brings it through center for the Indians. He gains the red line and bounces it in on goal, and Novotny had to play that puck carefully. Lead pass for Spears, trying to get around Kunzelman, but he's too well tied up, and Franklin Regional is offside. Now the PIHL postseason, something of a boulevard of broken dreams for the North Hills Indians this past spring. Going into the tournament with that number 1 overall seed, but falling to the eventual winner of the Penguins Cup tournament, Kiski area, which won its first Penguins Cup championship all time. Kiski defeating Fox Chapel in the Penguins Cup final game. Fox Chapel, North Hills, and Norwin, the 3 Class 2A newcomers this season. Meadville, Mars, and Butler moving down to Class 1A from Class 2A to even things out in 23-24 alignment. And Franklin Regional will actually see the Foxes next, and more on that later. Fox Chapel winners of the PIHL Blue Division in Class 1A last season. From his knees playing this puck is Kraus behind the Indians' goal, as it comes out to Compton. Compton's shot blocked as one of the Panthers lost a stick. That was Tyler Spears. Savinda hit hard in the glass by Koba. That was a good check by the North Hills junior. Koba unable to clear the zone. Rakowski with a good keep at the left point. Steven Slate now from the far corner for Jack Dolsky. Dolsky gets some help from Kunzelman, and the Indians get it back to the neutral zone and get it deep as they change with Franklin Regional playing this puck defensively. Rakowski near corner. Rakowski ducks around Dolsky, comes through center for Franklin Regional. Rakowski around the poke check of Trosky. Rakowski from a bad angle. Has that puck on a string right now. The Panther captain with a goal tonight on the power play for Franklin Regional. A 4-0 Panther lead as the Indians counterattack. Grayson Lang knocked to the ice as play continues. Well, some North Hills fans wanted a call there. None forthcoming as this puck is loose on the doorstep. Lang unable to catch up to the rebound as Novotny gave up a big juicy one at the far post. Rakowski on one hand. Centering pass for Yohe. Yohe shoots, and a good save made there from in tight by Urbanik. Shot pass intended for Casella. Joey Casella unable to handle, but he gets that puck right back for Franklin Regional. Now he's poke checked by Nazak, and Nazak for Trosky. Trosky for Kunzelman. Kunzelman in behind the Franklin Regional net. Casella gonna get there first, but gave it to one of the Indians. Kunzelman on his backhand. North Hills trying to sustain some kind of pressure here. Just 8 shots on goal at the 11-minute mark of period 2. Nazak to nobody in particular. Mushgar was the closest Indian to it, and Mushgar asked to retreat, and he's under heavy pressure from Derek German, who has the 4th Franklin Regional goal unofficially. Spivak pokes it to himself at his own blue line. Good lead pass there for Nazak. Nazak toward goal. Kick save Novotny. Rebound backhanded toward Novotny. It's loose and knocked out of there as Novotny's without his goalie stick. Chance here for the Indians. Spivak shooting. It's blocked out of play. A good job of gap control there by Brendan Yohe, the sophomore, an elder of the 2 Yohes. We told you that Jeremy Swegman, the North Hills coach, is assisted by Randy Younger, a former PIHL star. Dante Yuan, a PIHL alumnus himself, assisting John Weinbrenner on his staff. Featuring Mike Albright and Brian Bearley as well. Swegman also assisted by Mike Manganello, who has a lot of experience with championship teams in the Mars area school district. That's a well-peopled program, that North Hills program, and their numbers have been way, way up in recent years. A tough time adjusting to Class AA this year, but the Indians could be back before you know it. Snapshot from the right circle is denied by Urbanik on the attempt by Tenswan as the Indians try to exit their zone. Mushkar got a little discombobulated, and Toby Kiger unable to do the honors as Andrachak is denied by Urbanik. Urbanik's been the Indians' best player, hands down. It's a 4-0 Franklin Regional lead still with 9:44 to go to the ice cut, but it could be so much more. AJ Urbanik doing a marvelous job steadying the ship on choppy waters for the Indians tonight, relieving Parker Tellerico and allowing just 1 goal thus far. Barris up ahead to Rankin. Rankin with some open ice. Has a man breaking down the middle, but the centering pass is blocked. A good play there by Tenswan. He read it all the way. Tenswan through center. Pressured from behind by Rankin. In pursuit, Barris. Barris unable to keep possession of that puck. It's given away to Anderchak. Anderchak ties up a North Hill stick behind the net. Faulkner has his stick lifted by Dulski. Both coaches emptying their benches a bit in this second period. Swegman and North Hills trying to find that winning chemistry and combination again. 21 of their 22 rostered skaters have dressed for at least one game on the young season. And a good one-timer save out in front and a follow-up save by Urbanik, who somehow freezes it along the goal line. Igor Kaklin, the senior, was in there looking for a cheapie. Oh, that was like shooting fish in a barrel, and AJ Urbanik was playing the role of barrel, but somehow he makes a couple of saves from right there inside the crease and forces the face-off. As we approach the midpoint of the second period and the game, it remains Franklin Regional 4, North Hills nothing. Barris on the left wing side, centering for Nazak for Trotsky. Trotsky out balance shot. Score! The sophomore Jonathan Trotsky is listening to the flippin' song. North Hills makes it a 4-1 game. A great breakout play, by the Big Red. And still a lot of time left in this one. 8:34 to go, second period. Rutkowski retreating around the boards. So Jonathan Trotsky, the sophomore who played a lot of minutes as a freshman for Jeremy Swegman and has an assist through 3 games played, has his first goal of the varsity campaign.
Scored by number 79, Jonathan Trotsky.
Andrew Nazak over the blue line for North Hills. Nazak centers it. Spivak shooting, save made. Spivak the rebound, batted it just wide. Nazak and Barrett with the helpers on the goal by Trotsky. So Nazak with 3 assists on the young season to lead the Indians now. And suddenly North Hills with a bit of momentum here, down by 3 goals. Mushkar around the board. Spivak anticipating. Can he get to this puck? Yes, he does. And he has it for North Hills. Spivak from a bad angle. Shoots it off a body. Spivak out in front. It's still loose. Whiffed at by Trotsky, who was looking for his second. And a good check there by Koba to keep the puck bottled up inside the Franklin Regional zone. Nazak finishes his check as the puck comes around the board. Spears gets it out of danger for Franklin Regional. That was a good shift by the Indians after that Trotsky goal. Penalty coming up against Franklin Regional. Swegman wants to get the extra man on as Spivak is dumped at the blue line. German touches up for Franklin Regional, and the Indians will go in their second power play of the evening. Now, if the Indians can strike on the power play here, it feels like the complexion of this game could change. That's all I'm going to say. North Hills 0 for 1 on the man advantage thus far. Savinda the junior getting called for hooking with 7:06 to go in the second period. Face off to Novotny's left, won cleanly by North Hills. It comes to Kunkel. Kunkel shoots. Score! Kunkel goes postal, and it is a 2-goal game. He hits that stamp corner, and we've got 7 to go to the ice cut, and a long way to go. Blake Kunkel, the sophomore, his second of the regular season. North Hills, as a team, their 3rd power play goal of the young campaign. And suddenly it's 4-2.
Scored by number 77, Blake Kunkel. Assisted by number 3, Joey Spivak.
Spivak.
That's Kunkel from Spivak at 7.
Half of his points last year, Spivak's, came on the power play for North Hills, and he sets up the power play goal there for the Indians as the Panthers look for an answer, and they almost had one as Max Williams was hacking and whacking right in front of A.J. Urbanek, but couldn't smash home that rebound. Steven Slate from the far corner sends it up the boards to Dom Rennebeck. Rakowski under pressure from Toby Kiger. Rakowski reverses the play. Kiger stick checks him from behind. Rakowski strong on that puck for Franklin Regional. Rakowski to the goal. Rakowski save made. Rebound, another save. Oh, what a save by Urbanek on the follow. 3 in a row by the senior. Oh, A.J. Urbanek with more lives than a cat right now, and showing cat-like reflexes in between the pipes in an emergency relief effort for the Indians. Still a 2-goal game, 5:40 to go, second period. Max Williams, far corner for the Panthers. Williams on one hand, backhand try, too many white jerseys in the way. And a Murphy dump through center by Mushgar. And Swegman wants to change lines quickly here, and Franklin wants to catch him in the line changes. Rakowski goes in after this long dump in. Rakowski gets to that puck easily. Draw pass for Cacklin. Cacklin skates around a man. Cacklin to the goal, puts it wide. Oh, pretty maneuver there by Cacklin, but just couldn't hit the net. Indians clear it off a Franklin Regional glove, that of Mark Gray. And now Franklin Regional has to tag up as Max Williams is very slow to get back to the Franklin Regional bench, but appears to be all right as the Indians try to get it deep. Now North Hills has to tag up at center ice as Spivak plays it beyond the reach of Koba. Spivak gonna ice this puck for North Hills with 4:35 to go in the second. Jonathan Trosky and Blake Kunkel scoring 1:34 apart, with the latter scoring on a North Hills power play. And we've got a brand new hockey game here with 4:36 to go in the second period. Trosky brings it through center for North Hills. Cross ice for Nazak. Nazak takes that pass to the corner. Nazak put into the glass by Tenswan. Nazak behind the net. Now bumped with the shoulder of Carter Yohe. North Hills fighting for this puck. Kobot trying to get open. Instead it comes to Spivak. Spivak shoots just wide off the glass. Now that didn't seem to miss by a lot. Kobot's pass is broken up by Brendan Yohe, and the Panthers get it back to neutral ice. Robbie Joyce leading it for Nazak. Nazak one-touches it into Panthers ice. Carter Yohe retreating, cross ice. And a lead pass now for German. German over the blue line, pulls up, unable to hang on to that puck. North Hills over skates, chance here in deep for Franklin Regional. Yohe's side of the net, score! Thank you, sir, may I have another? Derek German with an important answer for Franklin Regional, which leads 5-2 with 3:39 to go to the ice cut. A pretty little passing play by the Panthers as North Hills failed to exit its zone. And that was like the pin pricking the balloon, all that momentum building for North Hills, and now the mountain gets a little steeper.
Scored by number 24, Derek German, assisted by number 21, Brendan Yohe.
And Brendan Yohe now has not only his first varsity point, but his first varsity multi-point game. Hey, rookie, welcome to the show. That puck going off the blocker of Novotny as the Panthers retrieve it in the near corner. Faulkner through center. Faulkner with speed over the attacking line. Faulkner trying to split the North Hills defense. Instead, he'll pull up. The Franklin Regional alternate captain still has the puck. Faulkner, edge of the right circle, centers it, intended for Spears. Spears for Compton. Compton deflected in on goal. Save made Urbanek. The rebound is cleared out of there. Steven Slate not standing on ceremony as Kunkel goes near side for Lang. Lang dumps it in deep. North Hills changing behind the play. As Rakowski blazes through center ice. Rakowski around a man. Rakowski to goal, save Urbanik. Oh, Rakowski could have about 5 goals himself tonight, but A.J. Urbanik is trying to give the Indians a lifeline here. Kiger to the corner off the defensive zone draw. The Panthers fight for possession. Austin Beers trying to play it out of his own zone, and North Hills took a penalty in the process. Spivak's going to be sent off for a second time tonight, roughing the initial indication. Franklin Regional 1 of 2 on the power play, leading 5-2 here late in second period action. And North Hills going on a penalty kill that could go a long way toward deciding how this game goes. To the point for Rakowski. Rakowski, right point for Brendan Yohe. Yohe snapshot toward goal. That's deflected just wide. I think Beers got a piece of that. Mushkar loses his stick trying to stab at that puck for North Hills, but he gets it back quickly. Franklin Regional still operating on the power play, with under 2 to go in the period. Rakowski knocked down, penalty coming up. Looked like kind of an iffy call as Kiger looked like he got a good poke at that puck. And actually, Franklin Regional took the penalty. It's going to be tripping against the Panthers. Oh, I thought Kiger was going to be penalized, but it's Derek German who scored the last Franklin Regional goal, his second of the night, who's going to go off for the Panthers.
Number 24, Derek German, 2-minute minor for tripping. Time of the penalty, 1:49.
A bit of a plot twist there as we play 4-on-4 hockey for another minute 25. And let's see what these teams can do with the open ice. Max Williams dropping for Anderchak. Anderchak knocked down from behind, nothing called. Brian Compton, who got the scoring started for the Panthers, sends it down low, intended for Anderchak. The pass too strong. Indians having all kinds of trouble, I should say, trying to clear their zone. And Franklin Regional with a great forecheck tonight. You got to give them some credit as Anderchak puts it out in front. That went off a stick. That of Nazak, a good read there by the senior. Approaching the final minute of second period play, 45 to go in the 4-on-4 as Nazak pressures Williams from behind. Anderchak takes the outlet pass. Trotsky bumps him off the puck, or tries to anyway. Anderchak still protecting it though, trying to go to Rakowski, who was cutting through the left circle. Half a minute to go in the 4-on-4. Indians will actually go to the third period with a truncated power play, barring late developments, as this puck is denied by Urbanik. It's sent to the boards. Rakowski dangling. Rakowski on one hand. Rakowski to the goal. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that was just a matter of time. Max Rakowski double dips that ship. His second goal of the game. And it's a 4-on-4 goal with 33.3 ticks to talk. And Franklin Regional, just like that, restores its 4-goal lead. Panthers 6, North Hills Indians 2. The 4-on-4 ticks down, as does the second period. Spivak comes on for the Indians with 18 to go in the middle frame.
Franklin goal scored by number 55.
Austin Beers playing this puck for the Indians. Lead pass to Spivak. Spivak lets it glance off his stick with 5 seconds to go. And so we will cut the ice inside the Clearview Arena at the RMU Island Sports Center with your score through 2 periods of PIHL Class 2A action. The Franklin Regional Panthers 6, the North Hills Indians 2. I'm Matt Popchock, and you're watching PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL Network, part of 10-Band TV, and it's all presented by the Mount Washington Shop and Save. Third period action is right around the corner, but first, some music from the 412.
Two jumbo ice caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino, extra caramel.
That's us.
I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
Are you ready to take your game to the next level? Hey, I'm Tyler Kennedy, 2009 Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup champion here, and trust me, I know what it's like to play to the max. That's why I recommend the patented Heads Up sports training system, improving reaction time and your spatial awareness with this dynamic training system all at your fingertips. Train smarter with endless applications for any position. It's that simple. HeadsUpSTS.com. Play with your head up.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
Two jumbo ice caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino, extra caramel.
That's us.
I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
It's the issue in behind the North Hills net. Out in front it comes, to the point for Compton. Compton shoots! And get him an orange and a grape and none of that stinking root beer. Brian Compton, the sophomore from center point, scores for Franklin Regional. Just Brendan Yohe from above the right circle for Rakowski. Rakowski waits, watches, shoots, scores! A PPG for FR makes it 2-0 to the visitors. To the right circle, in on Tallarico, who makes a save, and it's cleared out of the crease and put off a North Hill stick, I think. Oh man, Tyler Spears had an open at the shootout, and the Panthers have scored again. A 50-foot snapshot in its own end. Brendan Yohe, lead pass for German. German behind the defense. German toward goal, blocker save made by Urbanik. Yohe has the rebound, but not for long. Spivak playing it off the ball for Max Williams. Williams under pressure to center. And a lead pass to Anderchak. Anderchak behind Spivak. Anderchak to the goal. Save made, penalty coming up on the Indians. Tripping is the indication. So Franklin Regional is blocked. And the man ahead of the play is Spivak. Spivak takes the pass. Spivak to the goal, makes his move. Save made! Novotny. Spivak puts it off the side of the net as he's unable to put the rebound cleanly on goal. A huge save there by Grant Novotny. is unable to settle this puck down, but he gets it right back as North Hills misplays it, trying to get it back to center. Faulkner in deep, centering pass, side of the net, put off the side of the post. A good effort there by Savinda. Nothing coming easily for the Indians. Trotsky back for Spivak. And a chance here for the Panthers down low. Blockers, they made rebound, score! That was a Sidney Crosby goal by Derek German, the senior. Nuzzles that nylon for the first time in 20. And the Indians get it back into the Panthers' territory. Rakowski all alone at the blue line. Rakowski, right wing circle, hits the brakes. Shoots just wide of the near post. He had his target picked. He just couldn't hit it. Could the Franklin Regional. And one of the Indians losing his stick. That was Chad Rankin. As the Panthers played out in front. Wrist shot, point blank save made. Rebound, save again, and the rebound goes to the blue paint. Oh, how did Brennan Yohe miss from that close? My goodness. Indians a bit forward. The Panther captain with a goal tonight on the power play for Franklin Regional. A 4-0 Panther lead as the Indians counterattack. Grayson Lang knocked to the ice as play continues. Well, some North Hills fans wanted to call to exit their zone. Mushkar got a little discombobulated, and Toby Kiger unable to do the honors as Andrzejczyk is denied by Urbanik. Urbanik's been the Indians' best player, hands down. It's a 4-0 Franklin. 22 rostered skaters have dressed for at least one game on the young season. And a good one-timer save out in front, and a follow-up save by Urbanik, who somehow freezes it along the goal line. Igor Kaklin, the senior, was in there looking for a cheapie. Point of the second period and the game, it remains Franklin Regional 4, North Hills nothing. Barrist on the left wing side, centering for Nazak for Trotsky. Trotsky out balance shot. Score! The sophomore Jonathan Trotsky. Andrew Nazak over the blue line for North Hills. Nazak centers it. Spivak shooting, save made. Spivak the rebound, batted it just wide. Nazak and Barrett face off to Novotny's left, one cleanly by North Hills. It comes to Kunkel. Kunkel shoots, score! Kunkel goes postal, and it is a 2-goal game. Strong on that puck for Franklin Regional. Rakowski to the goal. Rakowski save made. Rebound, another save. Oh, what a save by Urbanik on the follow. 3 in a row by the senior. On the net. Now bumped with the shoulder of Carter Yohe. North Hills fighting for this puck. Kobot trying to get open. Instead it comes to Spivak. Spivak shoots just wide off the glass. Now that didn't seem to miss by a lot. Kobot's pass is broken up by Brennan Yohe. Pulls up, unable to hang on to that puck. North Hills over skates. Chance here in deep for Franklin Regional. Yohe side of the net. Score! Thank you, sir. May I have another? Derek German with an important answer for Franklin Regional, which leads 5-2. Urbanik gets sent to the boards. Rutkowski dangling. Rutkowski on one hand. Rutkowski to the goal. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that was just a matter of time. Max Rutkowski double dips.
Two jumbo ice caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino, extra caramel.
That's us. I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Giving off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
Are you ready to take your game to the next level? Hey, I'm Tyler Kennedy, 2009 Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup champion here, and trust me, I know what it's like to play to the max. That's why I recommend the patented heads-up sports training system. Improve your reaction time and your spatial awareness with this dynamic training system all at your fingertips. Train smarter with endless applications for any position. It's that simple. HeadsUpSTS.com. Play with your head up.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
And shout out to the Red Lines, whose music you heard during the ice cut and you've heard throughout our broadcast tonight. Hear more from the Red Lines at musicfromthe412.com or download the Music from the 412 app to your Roku or Amazon Fire device. Shots on goal in the second period, Franklin Regional 19, North Hills 11. Game totals, Franklin Regional 39, North Hills 17. The Indians with 11 seconds of a truncated power play with which to work as period 3 begins here at the Clearview Arena inside the RMU Island Sports Center. Matt Popchock on board for game 1 of 2 tonight as week 4 commences on PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL Network, part of 10-Band TV, presented by the Mount Washington Shop and Save. Now, just when it looked like North Hills was counterpunching, Franklin Regional landed 2 big blows late at the end of that second period. Derek German with his second goal of the night, and Max Rakowski with a beautiful individual effort at 4-on-4 strength for his second tally of the evening. Rakowski also scored on an early Franklin Regional power play. Rakowski, the defenseman and PIHL All-Star, already up to 5 goals on the young regular season. Trotsky and Kunkel scoring consecutively in that second period for North Hills, with Kunkel scoring on the man advantage. And North Hills tonight playing without the services of their top returning scorer among forwards, Nick Mattis, who had 28 points last year, but it hasn't mattered because the Panthers have stayed true to their identity early in this 23-24 season, generating offense from their defense. Now, Franklin Regional's been a strong defensive club through those first 2 games, despite the fact that they lost both, as Trotsky forces a save from Novotny from about 45 feet. Both teams back to 5 aside as German plays this puck at the right point for Franklin Regional. Trotsky trying to get that to Casella. Instead, JJ Tenswan will give chase, trying to get around the checking efforts of Mushkar and the referee for that matter, as this puck is fired off a North Hills stick. Indians come back 3 men strong through center. Nazak hits the brakes. Nazak centering for Koba. Koba forces a save from Novotny atop his crease. A good end-to-end action to start this third period. And the Indians need an early goal if they want to will their way back into this thing. It was 4-2 Franklin Regional. Panthers regaining the 4-goal bulge late in that second period. Rakowski playing this puck above the left wing circle. Pulls up, cross ice for Tyler Spears. Spears from a bad angle off the glass and misses everything, including Rakowski. Panthers were making a line change. I think some people wanted too many men, but I don't think the oncoming Panther touched that puck. I think that's a good non-call. Lang playing it off the back of the net for North Hills. Panthers will be able to get it back to center. Kunkel providing pressure for the Indians in neutral ice. Up ahead it comes now to Amir Cooper. Cooper leading it for Lang. Grayson Lang from the boards toward goal. Novotny makes a save and freezes. Franklin Regional, 9 goals allowed through their first 2 games, tied for 4th in PIHL Class 2A. Through those 2 games, only 61 shots on goal allowed. So, again, only 17 shots allowed to North Hills through 2 periods tonight. As I said, they're staying true to their identity, even though they're not playing with a full deck. Anderchak for Faulkner. Anderchak with a 2-on-1 with Williams. Williams knocked off that puck. A nice play there in between the circles by Beers. Anderchak behind the North Hills goal line is dispossessed, and the puck comes free to Dom Rennebeck. Rennebeck under some pressure. Oh, waited too long to play that puck, I think. Anderchak was pressuring, but the Indians do get it back into Franklin Regional ice. Piccola in pursuit for North Hills. As Williams gathers it in, Max Williams ducking around the check of an oncoming Jack Dulski. As Nazak is contacted by Williams in front of the Franklin Regional bench. Nazak forces a steal. Can't hang on to the puck, though. A good stick-to-itiveness there by Jackson Faulkner. Faulkner off the side of the post as it comes right out to Copeland. Copeland on the backhand save, made rebound, turnaround try. Urbanek hugging the post, to save again by Urbanek, and the rebound is cleared by Spivak. Joey Spivak with a good alert play there in the crease, helping out his goaltender. The North Hills captain plays it near corner. Reversing the play to Robbie Joyce. Up it comes to Rankin. Up to center for Dulski. Dulski over the red line. Dulski poke checked by Ten Swan as this puck is sent in behind the Franklin Regional goal. Carter Yohe defensively for the Panthers. Off the glass, glove down legally by Mushkar. Or was it? Well, the nearest official calling in a hand pass, so we'll face it off just outside the Panthers' blue line. Jeremy Swegman changing lines before this faceoff with 13:15 to go in the 3rd period. Franklin Regional 6, North Hills 2. Waiting in the wings, Wilmington, the Greyhounds, and another team called the Panthers, the Sewickley Academy Panthers, that is, returning to the PIHL this season after a 3-year absence. And they'll be getting underway at about 9:15 Eastern Daylight Time here on Neville Island, inside the Clearview Arena, part of the RMU Island Sports Center. Yohe defensively reverses for Ten Swan. Ten Swan for Derek German. German from the edge of the circle is hit hard by one of the Indians. And that was Kobaugh throwing his weight around as Nazak goes in after this puck for North Hills. Now Nazak getting tied up with Yohe, and Yohe whacks Nazak from behind. The near official had his head turned. Otherwise, I think that could have been a penalty on Yohe. Ten Swan behind the Franklin Regional goal, wraps it hard off the boards. And the Panthers exhaust their area. Puck sent in deep. Penalty coming up against the Indians. Extra attacker on for Franklin Regional as this puck is touched by Mushkar. With not quite 5 minutes gone by here in the 3rd period, Kobaugh's going to go off for roughing. North Hills, 2 of 3 on the penalty kill. Face off to Urbanek's right. Panthers control. Yohe dangles, Yohe shoots right into the logo, but Urbanek can't hang on to the rebound. Brendan Yohe, left point to Rakowski. Rakowski to Brendan Yohe. Yohe inside the right circle for Rakowski. Rakowski is pressured up high by Kunkel. Now it comes to Brendan Yohe. Yohe snapshot, save, Urbanek rebound is right there in front of Urbanek. He still can't hang on. The Indians still can't clear it either. It's sitting there, and finally a spinorama maneuver there by Kunkel as he flings that puck nearly the length of the ice in one motion. 1:15 to go in the Franklin Regional power play. 11:20 to go in the 3rd with the Panthers up by 4. Williams with some good wheels here for the Franklin Regional PP. Williams creating space, shooting it into the glove of Urbanek, who says, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Now, whatever this game ends up, the final score won't do justice to the efforts of A.J. Urbanek. We know that much. He has really come in and put out some fires for the Indians and gave them a chance to claw back into this game, especially in the second period, until the Panthers simply overwhelmed the home team. Rakowski off the faceoff win by Franklin Regional. Tyler Spears, left wing circle. Spears poke checked. Waited a bit too long to shoot it, I think, as Yohe, Brendan Yohe from distance, is denied by the glove of A.J. Urbanek. Urbanek with 55 saves in his first 2 starts of the regular season. And that's got to be up there in the AA leaders as far as volume of saves is concerned in the early going. And he is again a busy man tonight for the North Hills Indians between those pipes. 35 to go in the power play as the shot pass misfires intended for Savinda. Panthers retreat back through center. Tyler Spears with 25 to go in the power play brings it up for Franklin Regional. Spears over the attacking line. Spears gets around Beers. Tyler Spears in behind the net for Savinda. Savinda has Faulkner open. Not going to go there. Instead goes cross ice to Copeland. Liam Copeland left point. Down low for Compton. Compton from a bad angle. Out in front. Oh, on the doorstep with Savinda. That was nearly a brilliant one-timer by the Panthers as the Indians kill off another penalty. North Hills 3 for 4 on the PK with under 10 to go in regulation as Urbanek makes a kick save. Spivak with a nifty maneuver there as he brings it up to center. Spivak with speed is stick checked by Savinda. And the Panthers try to counterattack with Tyler Spears and Jackson Faulkner. Spears just able to drag that back foot onside as Faulkner enters the zone. But he's bumped off the puck and Dolsky plays it for North Hills. Dolsky pays a price for that play as he gets it deep inside the Panthers zone. Up to center for Savinda, who gains the red line and sends it in. John Weinbrenner making a line change on the fly as the Indians played up the far boards, but not out. Good keep there by Igor Kaklin. Kaklin in behind the net. Wraparound tries, save made, rebound, save again, Urbanek. And Urbanek has it frozen inside the crease. Joey Casello, the sophomore, none too happy with himself that he couldn't finish that opportunity, a grade A opportunity at that. But A.J. Urbanek doing everything he can to save face here for the Indians. Well, unofficially, I have Urbanek at 40 saves, give or take. 46 shots on goal and counting for the Franklin Regional Panthers. Now make that 48, I'm sorry, with just under 9 minutes to go in third period play. Indians with a defensive zone face-off win. Mushkar runs into his own man as he brings it up to center. Dolsky in pursuit for the Indians, wristing it weakly toward goal underneath the stick of Novotny. To center it comes. Indians go D to D. Spivak to Joyce. Robbie Joyce over the blue line, dumps it in. Kaklin's going to get there first for Franklin Regional and pokes it around. Chad Rankin. Indians with a steal deep in Franklin Regional ice as the Panthers send it up the boards, near side. And seeing ice for the first time tonight, the junior, Patrick Kokonowski, gets it deep for the Panthers. That shot from distance by Mark Gray is blocked in between the circles. Indians get it back to the red line before Gray sends it in the general direction of the North Hills bench. Both teams making some changes as Spivak is poke checked by Williams. Spivak up the near boards for Copeland. Copeland into North Hills territory. Off the boards, Nazak. Up ahead for Trotsky. Trotsky couldn't handle. Nazak following the play up. Nazak between the circles for Kobach. Kobach tees it up. Side of the net, try to go to Trotsky, just one too many passes. A good thought, but that last pass was broken up by the Panthers, who play this puck behind their own net. Nazak gets it below the Franklin Regional line. Max Williams, near side for the Panthers. Up for Faulkner. Faulkner in behind the North Hills goal, and that takes a bounce right out to Interchak as one of the Indians is dumped in his own zone. That's Koba. And I think North Hills is going to get a power play here. Interference is the indication against the Franklin Regional Panthers as Jackson Faulkner will head off with under 7 to go in regulation.
Franklin County to number 38, Jackson Faulkner, 2 minute minor.
North Hills 1 of 3 on the power play tonight.
Faulkner, 2 burner clear.
Trailing by 4
Regional at 6.
and trying to avoid falling to 0-4 with a big hill to climb. Trotsky to the point, and Mushkar wasn't able to take the pass. Savinda pursuing shorthanded for Franklin Regional. Mushkar gets there first for North Hills as the Indians try to get their power play going. Spivak with the breakout for the Indians. Spivak over the blue line, around Compton. Spivak to the corner. Spivak in behind the net. Side of the net. And that went off the post and out. It did not go in. I thought that went in and out for a second, but that one-timer by the North Hills power play went off the near post and out. And the Panthers have scored shorthanded, and you can break out the chapeaus. And while you're at it, stand up and applaud for the former Penguins elite product, Max Rakowski. A defenseman hat trick tonight for the Franklin Regional Panthers, who lead 7-2. 1 on the power play, 1 at 4-on-4, and 1 on the PK for the Franklin Regional Senior and 2023 All-Star Max Rakowski, the Panther captain. "36 career points in 30 high school games, 3 years coming into this season.
Goal, his third of the game, scored by number 55, Max Rakowski.
76 points last season across all competitions in the uniform of the S-Mark Stars travel team, with whom he spent most of his travel hockey career after those couple of years with Penn's Elite. And Rakowski really flexing his muscle here tonight. The Indians inches away from their second power play goal at one end and give up a shorty at the other. It's been that kind of night and that kind of month for North Hills, as the Panthers have another chance shorthanded and score a second shorthanded goal. Brendan Yohe with some icing on the cake for John Weinbrenner. And the floodgates have opened here in period 3 on Neville Island.
Franklin Regional goal scored by number 21, Brendan Yo, unassisted. Time of the goal, 5:26. That's Yo, unassisted at 5:26.
Brendan Yohe, the sophomore, with his first varsity goal. A 3-point night for the sophomore. Franklin Regional 8, North Hills 2. 2 shorthanded goals on this penalty kill by Franklin Regional. More offense from defense. Under 5 to go in regulation now. Now looking ahead for the North Hills Indians, they'll face another PIHL Class 2A newcomer as another home run pass finds the tape of Faulkner, but this time the Indians have it covered as Joyce comes in after Faulkner. Turnaround try from the right circle is blocked easily by Kunzelman, the junior, as North Hills ices the puck. Two shorthanded tallies, 49 seconds apart by the Panthers. Max Rakowski completing the Hattie, and Brendan Yohe with his first varsity goal, as he was incorrectly credited for the 4th Franklin Regional goal, which should belong once again to Derek German. German with a pair tonight for Franklin. And North Hills, as I said, next up, they're visiting Norwin at Palmer Imaging Arena on November 7th for an 8 p.m. opening face-off. North Hills and Norwin, 2 of the top teams in Class 1A last season, playing up in AA this season. And the Knights, a couple of years removed from that first ever Penguins Cup championship, are treading water in 2A, so it'll be a good test for the Big Red. Franklin Regional, as I said, next up for them, they will visit Fox Chapel on November 2nd at the Alpha Ice Complex in Harmerville as Urbanic makes that save. That'll be a 7 p.m. opening face-off from the USA rink, and we will have that game for you on PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL Network, part of 10 Band TV. So we look forward to seeing the Panthers one more time and seeing the Foxes for the first time this regular season. Fox Chapel with a fabulous 22-23 campaign, ending in a Penguins Cup final berth, and trying to assert themselves as one of the top teams in their new environs as Urbanic makes a save from long range on Copeland. And one of the Panthers going down as the Indians have a 3-on-1. Cooper open down the middle. This puck instead will be fired into the glove of Novotny, and making the save on Blake Kunkel, who has the second Indians goal, was Grant Novotny, the sophomore, as this one deflects off Kunkel's skate and goes wide of net. Panthers with a takeaway at their own blue line. Here's Max Williams over the North Hills stripe. Williams in behind the net, being chased by Mushkar. Williams cross ice for Copeland. Copeland shooting from long range. That's denied by Urbanic. Williams has the rebound. Williams from a bad angle. One-timer's put wide. Out in front it comes. Faulkner shooting on goal. Somehow Urbanic got a piece of that, I think. Franklin Regional relentless as they sold away their first victory of the 23-24 regular season. No icing, officials say, with 2:40 to go in regulation. Long lead pass for Faulkner. Faulkner one-on-one with Spivak. Shoots off the blocker of Urbanic, and that's cleared out of there quickly, by Robbie Joyce. Urbanic has barely had time to blink, let alone react to some of these opportunities for the Franklin Regional Panthers. Savinda in behind the net, out in front. Backdoor play, that's denied by Urbanic. Good effort there by Kraus, playing his first varsity minutes of the year. Franklin Regional, 8 goals tonight despite playing without Nick Mattis, the junior forward, their top returning scorer among forwards. Now this Panther team hit very hard by graduation, losing their top 2 point getters from last season, but maybe starting with this victory here tonight, starting to find their way a little bit. They had that tough loss in the shootout to Latrobe at Palmer Imaging Arena, playing their first road game of the night after laying an egg against Thomas Jefferson, which is off to a blazing hot start. North Hill's about to fall to 0-2 on home ice this season. Final 70 ticks to talk here at the Clearview Arena inside the RMU Island Sports Center as Kraus one-touches this puck deep into the North Hill zone. Beers near corner.
1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute.
And bodies collide along the near wall as a puck battle rages on, and finally officials decide enough's enough as they lose sight of that puck. And we'll cease the proceedings with 52.7 remaining. One last line change perhaps by both coaches. Brendan Yohe motioning for what, I have no idea. Motioning Franklin Regional fans for more noise perhaps. Motioning to his teammates to enjoy a victory here tonight? Well, maybe a little bit of both. Yohe's certainly earned the opportunity to whoop it up. He's got a 3-point game and a resounding road victory for the Franklin Regional Panthers. It'll be their first of this regular season. Franklin Regional will go to 1-1, 0-1 overall. North Hills sliding to 0-4. Final 25 of the game. As one of the Indians went down in the near corner, and Dulski clears it back to center. Derek German near side. Centered for Casella. Glove down by Kunselman. Turnaround try between the circles from his knees. Casella trying to fire it on goal, but could not. 2 seconds to go, and that'll do it. A great team effort, a great individual effort by senior captain Max Rakowski, who completes the hat trick on the road here for Franklin Regional. And the Panthers dominate the North Hills Indians here on Neville Island by a final score of 8-2. Thank you, executive producer Todd Kazarowski. Thank you, camera operator Michael Lyman, and thank you for watching and listening to Game 1 of our PIHL Hockey Night Live doubleheader on the PIHL Network, part of 10-Man TV. Wilmington at Sewickley Academy is next here on 10-Man TV, and it's all presented by the Mount Washington Shop and Save. I'm Matt Popchock, and we will see you on the other side here at the Clearview Arena.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
The issue in behind the North Hills net. Out in front it comes to the point for Compton. Compton shoots! And get him an orange and a grape, but none of that stinking root beer. Brian Compton, the sophomore from center point, scores for Franklin Regional. Just Brendan Yohe from above the right circle for Rakowski. Rakowski waits, watches, shoots, scores! A PPG for FR makes it 2-0 to the visitors. The right circle. In on Tallarico, makes a save, and it's cleared out of the crease and put off a North Hill stick, I think. Oh man, Tyler Spears had an open at the shootout, and the Panthers have scored again. A 50-foot snapshot in its own end. Brendan Yohe, lead pass for German. German behind the defense. German toward goal. Blocker save made by Urbanik. Yohe has the rebound, but not for long. Spivak playing it off the board for Max Williams. Williams under pressure to center. And a lead pass to Anderchak. Anderchak behind Spivak. Anderchak to the goal. Save made, penalty coming up on the Indians. Tripping is the indication. So Franklin Regional is blocked. And the man ahead of the play is Spivak. Spivak takes the pass. Spivak to the goal, makes his move. Save made! Novotny. Spivak puts it off the side of the net as he's unable to put the rebound cleanly on goal. A huge save there by Grant Novotny. is unable to settle this puck down, but he gets it right back as North Hills misplays it, trying to get it back to center. Faulkner in deep, centering pass, side of the net, put off the side of the post. A good effort there by Savinda. Nothing coming easily for the Indians. Trotsky back for Spivak. And a chance here for the Panthers down low. Blockers, they made rebound, score! That was a Sidney Crosby goal by Derek German, the senior. Nuzzles that nylon for the first time in 20. And the Indians get it back into the Panthers' territory. Rakowski all alone at the blue line. Rakowski, right wing circle, hits the brakes. Shoots just wide of the near post. He had his target picked, he just couldn't hit it. Could the Franklin Regional. And one of the Indians losing his stick. That was Chad Rankin as the Panthers played out in front. Wrist shot, point blank save made, rebound, save again, and the rebound goes to the blue paint. Oh, how did Brennan Yohe miss from that close? My goodness. Indians a bit forward. The Panther captain with a goal tonight on the power play for Franklin Regional. A 4-0 Panther lead as the Indians counterattack. Grayson Lang knocked to the ice as play continues. Well, some North Hills fans wanted to call to exit their zone. Mushkar got a little discombobulated, and Toby Kiger unable to do the honors as Andrzejczak is denied by Urbanek. Urbanek's been the Indians' best player, hands down. It's a 4-0 Franklin. 22 rostered skaters have dressed for at least one game on the young season. And a good one-timer save out in front, and a follow-up save by Urbanek, who somehow freezes it along the goal line. Igor Kaklin, the senior, was in there looking for a cheapie. Point of the second period and the game, it remains Franklin Regional 4, North Hills nothing. Barris on the left wing side, centering for Nazak for Trotsky. Trotsky out balance shot. Score! The sophomore Jonathan Trotsky. Andrew Nazak over the blue line for North Hills. Nazak centers it. Spivak shooting, save made. Spivak the rebound, batted it just wide. Nazak and Barris face off to Novotny's left, one cleanly by North Hills. It comes to Kunkel. Kunkel shoots, score! Kunkel goes postal, and it is a 2-goal game. Strong on that puck for Franklin Regional. Rakowski to the goal. Rakowski save made. Rebound, another save. Oh, what a save by Urbanek on the follow. 3 in a row by the senior. On the net. Now bumped with the shoulder of Carter Yohe. North Hills fighting for this puck. Kobot trying to get open. Instead it comes to Spivak. Spivak shoots just wide off the glass. Now that didn't seem to miss by a lot. Kobot's pass is broken up by Brennan Yohe. Pulls up, unable to hang on to that puck. North Hills over skates. Chance here in deep for Franklin Regional. Yohe side of the net. Score! Thank you, sir. May I have another? Derek German with an important answer for Franklin Regional, which leads 5-2. Urbanek gets sent to the boards. Rutkowski dangling. Rutkowski on one hand. Rutkowski to the goal. Oh, my goodness. Now that was just a matter of time. Max Rutkowski doubled off the side of the post as it comes right out to Copeland. Copeland on the backhand save made, rebound, turnaround try. Urbanek hugging the post, to save again by Urbanek, and the rebound is cleared by Spivak. Joey Spivak with a good alert play there in the crease, helping out his goaltender. Spivak in behind the net, side of the net, and that went off the post and out. It did not go in. I thought that went in and out for a second, but that one-timer by the North Hills power play went off the near post and out. And the Panthers have scored shorthanded, and you can break out the chapeaus. And while you're at it, stand up and applaud for the former Penguins elite product, Max Rutkowski. And give up a shorty at the other. It's been that kind of night and that kind of month for North Hills, as the Panthers have another chance shorthanded and score a second shorthanded goal. Brendan Yohe with some icing on the cake for John Wine. That's denied by Urbanek. Williams has the rebound. Williams from a bad angle. One-timer is put wide. Out in front it comes. Faulkner shooting on goal. Somehow Urbanek got a piece of that, I think. Franklin Regional relentless as they sold away their first. And the Panthers dominate the North Hills Indians here on Neville Island by a final score of 8-2. Thank you, executive producer Todd Kazarowski. Thank you, camera operator Michael.